see. All right, our next comic, very funny guy. Please welcome Zaurito.
Hi, good evening. My name is Zaurito. By the way, this is my real accent. I'm not trying to impersonate Borat. I'll tell you, as a foreigner, it is hard to live in America. Any foreigners in the house? Yeah! There is always someone from Alabama. As a foreigner, I was having a hard time meeting women. I was running a dry spell. I'll tell you, I was as dry as Lake Lanier in July. It was so hard that I got so desperate. I advertised myself in a newspaper. And actually some woman called. And my first one called says, oh, she sounds so happy. She said, oh, I'm from Europe. Oh, I love European men. I think they're all hairy. Are you hairy? Oh, yeah, baby, I'm hairy. So we meet and she calls me a liar. Second one went straight into physiology. She was like, are you working out? I'm like, okay, yeah, I work out, baby. Yeah. Do you have a six-pack? Yeah, I have a whole cake for you here. There's more pushing for cushion, baby. So she hangs up. The third one went straight into ethnography. She was like, oh, you know, I'm half black, half Mexican. Oh, yeah. And I'm like, yes! Yeah, I always wanted to meet one black girl, one Mexican, but this is like Friday after Thanksgiving. This is like Mexican Black Friday. So she hung up. And then a friend of mine introduced me to my girlfriend. She said, you know, she's not that good looking. I told you, you know, I'm about to burst like Levi in New Orleans. I think the seepage has started already. I don't care, I'll use a Russian cavalry technique. She was like, what's a Russian cavalry technique? Well, it's easy. Get drunk, bear your swords and charge. So I have some drinks and come over, she opens the door and I realize that cavalry will need some serious reinforcements. Like with 2 more bottles. And apparently she did some research on me because she was like, oh, I heard about you. I heard you have Spanish name. I'm like, Zaurito? No, I heard girls call you Speedy Gonzales. So okay, so, you know, we do it and she says something passionate in Spanish that to the current day I don't know what it means. Anybody speak Spanish in the house? Good. What's in Spanish muy pequeño? Too small. That explains everything. Too small. Alright, so then we dated for a while. Then I go out of town for like a month. Come back, and during that month I didn't have sex. So I'm all charged up and ready to rumble. I come over and I realize that it is that time of the month. You know what I mean, right? That's when the red flags go up. I'm not talking about communism. In addition to that, she has a cough. You know what it means? That immediately blocks 2 humane ways to Eden. If you want to know where Eden is, talk to me after the show. So anyway, okay, well, I'm Russian and there's a Russian saying, if front door is blocked and you cannot get in through the attic, there's a back door. So okay, we're going to be doing it through the back door. And we haven't done it before, so she has one question on her mind. Does it hurt? I'm telling you, no, it doesn't hurt. They make movies about it. If it was hurting, they wouldn't make movies. As a matter of fact, I have one tape with me right now. We'll just pop it in and we'll just follow it as it's... Well, what a lying tape turned out. Turns out, actually, it hurts. If you do it first time, without lubrication. You have seen the movie Brokeback Mountain, right? I'll tell you, there is no way the guy knew that he had to spit on his winner to get in unless he had done it before. See? People know. There's no way. I didn't know. I learned what dachshund feels like entering foxhole. Also, I have learned one thing. Never, ever, ever go through a back door with someone who has a cough. See, when they catch suspected terrorists or inmates, they make them strip, bend down and cough, right? There's a reason for that. She coughed, and I learned what the champagne cork feels like. I learned something else. I learned that the guy who just left the back door have the same thought on his mind as a guy who was walking on the rope across a abyss. Don't look down. I made a mistake, I looked. And I have learned that I have learned that tomato skin doesn't get digested. That image blew my mind like Chernobyl nuclear plant. I went to a most southwestern grill and the girl asked me, "Sir, would you like some tomatoes on your burrito?" I said, no, thank you. I had enough of that. Thank you very much. As you may have guessed, I'm not a normal guy, so that's why I always meet weird women. I'll tell you, my very first girlfriend was okay, and my current wife is fine. In between, I can beat Hemingway's record. My very first girlfriend was a little bit older than me, so things will be confusing sometimes. I would tell her, "Baby, please, no teeth," and she would take her teeth out. But understand me correctly, I liked dating older women. It's a different feeling. Yeah? They treat you with respect. They treat you like you're the son. You know, you wake up in the morning, do some action, you go take a shower, you get out of the shower, breakfast. That's all men need. Men need three things: to have sex, to eat, and PlayStation sometimes. You dating younger chick, that's a different thing. You wake up, do some action, you go take a shower, you get out of the shower, she's still in the bed. Get up, bitch, Dad is hungry! Then I left Russia, came to US, and I lived in Texas for a while. In Texas, I met Latin women. Oh, they are hot, hot, hot. Also, I learned they are religious. One brought me home. She laid on her back, spread her legs, and said, "This is how we're going to do it, like Bible says." I am not the most religious person in the world. I know Bible doesn't have pictures of sex positions. Maybe she was confusing it with a guide on how to become a Republican. I don't know. Of course, after 5 minutes, she opens the window and throws Bible away, if you know what I'm talking about. And another one would cry. We start doing it, she goes, "Ah." I'm like, "What happened? Am I that big?" "No, I just like crying." So she was out. Another one would pass out. Oh, that would sober you off right away. You start making out with the chicks. With a chick, and then she passes out on you. Apparently she has a mental condition that when her excitement reaches a certain level, it cuts oxygen to her brain. There is only one thing on your mind when it happens. What are you supposed to do? You have a hot Colombian chick fainted on your lap and you are horny. What do? Well, I have learned that women have sensors on their teeth. On their boobs. much. I'm Zaurito.